The Japanese people woke up Tuesday morning to the shocking news North Korea had fired a missile over Hokkaido. Tokyo was quick to condemn the launch, calling it a grave and serious threat. And together with South Korea and the U.S., Japan has called for an emergency UN Security Council meeting to try and put more pressure on the regime. Kwon Jang-ho has this report.
Residents of Hokkaido woke up to the sounds of emergency sirens on Tuesday morning, warning that a missile had been fired from North Korea and could hit areas nearby. Luckily, the missile was never a threat, heading way out into the Pacific Ocean. However, it was still the first time a North Korean rocket had flown over Japanese territory since 2012, and Tokyo was quick to condemn it, calling it an egregious threat to the peace and stability of the Asia-Pacific region.
We have lodged a strong protest with North Korea to that effect. I call for an emergency meeting of the United Nations Security Council, and we will demand even stronger measures against North Korea.
Abe later held a 40-minute phone call with President Trump, who assured the Japanese Prime Minister that the US was 100% with Japan. A senior Tokyo official also told Kyodo News that the two leaders agreed that the time is not right for dialogue with Pyongyang and that increased pressure is needed instead. South Korean Foreign Minister Kang Kyung-hwa also made a call to Washington and spoke with their US counterpart Rex Tillerson. The two sides are said to have expressed their disappointment towards the regime's actions and pledged to continue working closely together to tackle the North Korean threat, including at the UN. South Korea, the US and Japan have jointly requested an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council. It's set to convene later on Tuesday, and the three allies are likely to call for further pressure on the rogue state. However, China and Russia, North Korea's closest allies, are likely to push for dialogue. Sergei Ryabkov, Moscow's deputy foreign minister, said on Tuesday that sanctions had reached their limits and that only a diplomatic solution was the answer. Kwon Jang-ho, Arirang News.